When G7 leaders gather in the sunny tourist town of Biarritz this week, President Macron wants to focus their economic discussions on rising inequality. The growing gap between rich and poor, both in terms of wealth and rights, is something the French leader has been dealt a loud reminder of this year with the Gilets jaunes protests. Over the channel in the Yorkshire seaside town of Whitby, holidaymakers are enjoying a break from work in the Great British Summer. With the falling value of the pound on international markets, more Brits are taking staycations, holidays at home. One man, though, just glad to get any time off is Ed Cross. This month he had his first week of paid holiday in 12 years. Ed is a former primary school teacher but left the classroom preferring self-employment and working outdoors. He now delivers parcels, working in what's known as the gig economy, which has more than doubled in size over the past 3 years and now accounts for 4.7 million livelihoods in the UK. Digital platforms like Uber and Deliveroo have sparked a revolution in the world of so-called flexible working, but there are concerns that people's rights have failed to keep pace with the dismantling of the traditional 9-to-5 employee working week. Ed decided to take action, though, against his company, and with the help of his union, the GMB, he successfully won more rights.
I have been unable to take a holiday for nearly 12 years. Because of the tribunal, I was able to take a holiday last week, which was my first full week off in 12 years. Now, if I just don't turn up for work without a reason, they can just remove my work. That's it. I can be sacked. And I know couriers who have been. I know couriers who've been rung in the back of ambulances because they've had a heart attack, and one of the first questions that is asked, who's covering you round?
Ed's sister Anne-Marie also delivers parcels, but when it comes to the gig economy, there are more negatives for women. Do you think the gig economy, these companies aren't really respecting the fact that women do have rights like that in the UK to be able to return to their work, to have enough time off, to have children, to not be thrust into poverty simply for having children?
From a lady's point of view, it's probably harder because unfortunately ladies, obviously they want children, they can get a lot more cancers, they can be a lot more ill with hormonal different things, ladies things in general, that you physically can't go to do the work, whereas gentlemen, obviously they can't have kids, which would be nice and save a lot of issues, but it's not going to happen. But I think women are more, if you're a parent, you have to be called away to school. If something goes wrong, you're more on call as a parent, and I think from that point of view, I think they haven't looked at the fuller frame.
After our brew in the kitchen, we headed out in Ed's loaded van. I asked him whether he thinks traditional industries like his dropping employees for platform workers is exploitative.
Yes, I think some of them have definitely taken advantage and exploited people, and there's no other word for it. I know that sounds harsh in the modern world of work, but yeah, exploited people. People who they can't turn in that day because they're sick, or they say, well, can I have a pay rise? And they go, well, no, because I've got 10 other people who'll do it cheaper.
With these lingering questions on rights and even whether gig economy workers can earn a living wage without being dependent on welfare support, it's no wonder MPs are calling on the government to urgently update employment legislation. Vincent McAviney, Euronews, Whitby.
Thank you very much. Take care now. Bye.